Welcome back. You're still watching Morning Live now. Edwin and Ramoba of Vuyani Dance Theatre, Nadine Joseph of the Forgotten Angle Theatre Collaborative, and Letele from Moving Into Dance Mophatong. Three of this province's leading contemporary dance companies recently took part in My Body, My Space, a dance festival that kicked off this year and took place last week in the city of Ekhuruleni. Unlike most dance festivals, My Body, My Space used the flash mob method, taking to public spaces in the East End. Now let's hear how it went from the dancers. Guys, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Morning.
Edwin, let's start with you. I mean, how was the experience of dancing in public spaces for you?
Good morning to the viewers at home. It was a great experience. What the festival did was take your ordinary theater and take it outside. So for me, it was an awesome, if not wonderful, experience. A lot was learned from what I did, and it was just great.
Nadine, I mean, what kind of reaction did you sense from the public?
Well, for me, I think the reaction was overwhelming because we took the theatre and the dance and we took it into spaces that don't necessarily have access to arts and culture and have access to this kind of performance mode. I think the reaction that we got was extremely overwhelming because one of the primary focuses of this festival was on audience development. And I think the audiences that engaged with and the public on the street that engaged with this festival really responded in an overwhelmingly positive manner.
Teboho, for you, I mean, what made this experience different from, your conventional dancing, in front of four walls, for instance?
For me, also, hi, good morning to everyone out there. And the experience the difference was outside. We're outside there where the bass could see us performing and the plants. It was fantastic. Yeah,
I mean, Nadine, why should we have more festivals of this kind?
Because it's extremely important in terms of cultural development and, as I said before, audience development, and arts and culture is integral to the development of people in terms of their personal growth, their emotional growth. For the youth, arts and culture is extremely important, and to have this kind of festival right on their doorstep is exceptional.
Edwin, what are we teaching our audiences by placing placing dance in public spaces?
For me, it wasn't only about dance. The whole festival targeted a whole lot of topics in terms of our social, political, and economical status, and a lot of issues were addressed there through our artwork. Because it wasn't only dance. We had like other art forms that were happening there. You had your visual arts, you had your dancing, we had opera singers there. So to the community, it was more of an educational festival more than anything. Because I think we more than bringing theatre to our people, it was more informing our people beyond dance and arts.
I mean, so for you, what were some of the challenges that came with having a festival like this?
On the day or
in general, as a dancer.
As a dancer.
Yeah.
The challenges was working with different people from different companies. We have our own different styles, the way we do things. So the challenge was for me to adjust immediately to have a communication. Like our communication must be like as simple as I can be myself moving into dance and then Vuyani, and then we have to share the experience and then create a piece. So the challenges was me going
speaking the same language.
Do they understand me, or they just doing because we have to do this? And then on the performance on the space, the challenges was the sun. We couldn't change the intensity of the sun, how the heat to us, and then the rain, you can't stop the rain. It's like, okay, no, not now, I'm performing. So like, yeah, challenges, most of challenges were natural challenges.
Nadine, for you, I mean, what are the highlights?
I think Teboho briefly touched on it, the great sense of collaboration between the various companies that were involved in this festival. I mean, that was one of the primary focuses of this festival, was a sense of collaboration between the professional companies and as well as the community artists that were involved. And not only that, the sense of community that was then that then grew out of that. And we really weren't separate companies involved within a festival. We were one organization that was My Body, My Space.
Can I add on that?
Yeah.
At Binoni Space, when we performed, you couldn't see this is a professional or this is a non-professional community.
Yes.
We were like one thing.
And everybody spoke the same language.
Yes.
All right. Guys, thank you so much for talking to us. If you are not lucky enough to see or attend My Body, My Space, maybe you'll have a better luck next time. Just hope we don't have to wait until next year to see dances and